I'm Catherine Purdy, and Mike and I got married on May 6th, 1978. I was married to Mike for about 46 years. Something to know about Mike is that he really did want to invest in other people through his life and his work. For a lot of his career, he was a contract manager for public agencies. Mike was so committed to making it work and understanding that government does a lot of good for us, and that, of course, it wastes money from time to time, but any organization, wastes. But I would think it would have been really painful for him to see things being dismantled so completely and so randomly and with such lack of regard. He felt that a government that functioned well, that applied the laws fairly and evenly, was important to our whole system. He had the childhood dream, like many young people do, that he would be president someday. And then he'd be a senator. And then he never ended up running for public office. And I don't know that was a huge disappointment, but it was different than expectations. One of the things that was really important and that he enjoyed very much was writing. He felt like what he wrote was probably the thing that would live on longer than anything else. The first book that he had published was 101 presidential insults. And there's a pretty lengthy introduction to that book that's about listening to one another and not being so polarized, and that was a passion of his. A friend of his that was politically on a really different track than Mike bought a number of books to distribute because he was so enamored of the words about how we can listen to each other and how we can avoid being so polarized. He talked a lot about servant leadership, about serving the people. The leader is to make things work for the people that work for them. I think he was really glad that he had attended here, for the community that was here, for the friends he made. It was here that he came to own and acknowledge and verbalize his faith. I think it would have pleased him and been very gratified that it came from the University of Puget Sound, where he did trace back a lot of his beginnings, his values, and it would have been very gratifying to him to be recognized this way.